Welcome to ISTV News. This is Panorama giving you the news. Let's see the top stories. Chief Minister Oibobi inaugurates 3 bridges in 2 valley districts. The news in detail. As part of various developmental works taken up by the state government, Chief Minister Oibobi today inaugurated 3 newly constructed bridges at different places in 2 valley districts. They are Kumbi Bridge at Kumbi Bazar, Saiton Kumbi Bridge at Saiton in Bishnupur district, and Chingarel Bridge at Chingarel in Imphal East district. The inaugural function of the Chingarel Bridge, constructed over the Iril River, was attended by Chief Minister Oibobi, Works Minister Dr. K. Ratan Kumar, Industries Minister K. Govindas, Chairman of Manipur Pollution Control Board Dr. N.G. Bizoy, and many engineers, officials and staffs of Public Works Department. The Chingarel Bridge was constructed under the sponsorship of the donor ministry, where 10% is state share and the remaining 90% of the total estimated cost of rupees 6.37 crore is borne by the ministry. The construction had started in 2012 by L. Baleshwar, a contractor from Singjamai. Speaking on the occasion, Works Minister Ratan Kumar expressed his satisfaction over the completion of the bridge 3 months ahead of the targeted time. He further said, people residing nearby on both sides of the banks of the Iril River will be free from the inconveniences experienced before the bridge was not constructed and will get benefits from the bridge inaugurated today. In his speech, Chief Minister Oibobi appreciated the contractor Baleshwar for completion of the bridge with full quality control before the targeted time. He also praised the engineers and officials of the PWD for their roles in construction of the bridge. He further said development could be delayed if there is no proper communication and transportation. The Chief Minister said the Chingarel Bridge is being taken as one of the important bridges. That's why the government had given priority in completing the bridge as early as possible. However, he cautioned the contractors, engineers and officials of the PWD not to repeat the incidents in which 2 bridges constructed near Manipur University and Kiamgai had collapsed before inauguration. Besides, the contractors and engineers should maintain quality control of any construction being taken up and try to complete the works in time, he warned.
Development senthumgi avastha hagalakaduribse aduna sumai tauduna communication phaba masina akoigi saupatpagi tungi yamlen saru oirakaduribani masina aduna masidi ai nahaptam oisu minute manga tarada oisu mayamga unajana masigi nungaiba haiba tare asauba scheme natragasu yamna nungaiba matam sana mayamda phasinaba ngambase masi ai asau pimatik ai nungaijare adu masigi thongse mayam punamakna hojikti mayamda sinarabnina mayam punamaki property ni aikoigi asset ni aikoigi lanni haidra mayam punamakna masi sizanabaga loinana masi senabi batai.
Chief Minister Oibobi today inaugurated an ATDC Vocational Institute set up under the supervision of Ministry of Textiles, Government of India at a DIC complex at Porompat in Imphal East district. The center will provide a lot of benefits to the unemployed youths of the state, the Chief Minister said. Minister of Commerce and Industries Govindas Konthausam, Chairman of ATDC Virendra Upal, Additional Chief Secretary O. Navakishore, Principal Secretary Commerce and Industries L. Lekhar, and DG and CEO of ATDC Dr. Derry O. Kosi attended the function as the main guest. Govindas Konthausam said the institute opened just today, had started functioning from last year and has already given training to about 200 youths. The center will continue to provide training to the youths to develop skills in the youths. The central government has given assurance that the youths who have received training at the center will be given placements according to their own talents. Chief Minister Oibobi said that the profession of textile is a very important profession which lies just next to that of agriculture sector. Since the state of Manipur is quite advanced in the field of handloom, the center will be beneficial to the youths of Manipur. The state government will extend all possible help to the centre to enable it to function for a long time to come, the Chief Minister said.
Training and Design Center, if you could kindly tie up with some of the entrepreneurs, maybe if possible within India or even from the abroad also, if they are ready to invest here, from the state government side we are ready whatever necessary assistance from the state government, whether it may be in terms of land or any other the infrastructure also. If the entrepreneur, if they came here, if they forward to come here, state government will always most welcome.
The demand for implementation of ILP system in the state is continuing unabated. CPI Manipur State Council also joined the demand by holding a sit-in protest at Irrawaddy Bhavan today. Many leaders and members of the party took part in the protest. Various placards displaying slogans like "We demand implementation of ILP in the state," "We condemn police atrocity to students," etc. were held by the protesters. Many speakers expressed strong condemnation over the arrest of many women leaders during the agitation, police brutality to students, imprisonment of many FCI laborers who demand for their rights, and the raise of their wages, and present situation in the state is like a lawless state. Ex-minister and also a leader of the party, N. Mangi, said, "It is surprising to learn that state Congress government failed to implement the system when the UPA government was in power at the centre, and now the government is urging cooperation of people, NGOs and political parties on the floor of the State Assembly for implementation of the ILP system in the state." He said, on the other hand, BJP Manipur Pradesh is not in the position to pressurize the NDA government at the centre for implementation of the system. Pointing his finger to the two MPs of Congress, the ex-minister also said the two MPs of Congress are doing nothing on the issue, he alleged. Announcing the stand of his party, Mangi said all possible efforts will be made for implementation of the system in the state. He also appealed to the people to extend cooperation to getting the ILPs implemented in the state.
Communist Party Soikhoi leader Singda Ajoi Bhavanda Ladiva Bharat ki National Council ki General Secretary Secretariat Member Party na Manipur the inner line permission handuna Leipa asigi sakam kanbo pami haibase Communist Party ki sufire plahunge Congress Party ki sufire plau Sri Thongnawjam ta Honorable Shauba President ki Suma ki Bharatiya Janata Party na ekhoi na yai haidna wari plawalo adadima ki party na yadabado sidadima na ekhoi takshan gani haibase sason paiba ki takshan gadaw na te thaba koina pangthok kadaw ne
Lamlong Kaitel Apunba Nupi Loop has affirmed that they are ready to launch intense agitation if inner line permit system is not implemented in Manipur. The Nupi Loop stopped their daily work and staged a sit-in protest at Lamlong Kaitel today. All shops at the market remain closed during the protest. General Secretary of the Nupi Loop, R.K. Bimola Devi, said inner line permit system should be implemented in the state and all the arrested protesters should be released immediately.
Inner line permit system salan view haibada tasan nadadana bazabu iho wazinem thana baina khanari jathaga dawi haibadudi bajana yani bawa pham nate.
On the other hand, New Chakon Mairapai Bees also states sit-in protests demanding implementation of inner line permit system in Manipur at the complex of New Chakon Youth Club today. Coordinating Committee of National Highway 37 along with the guardians of many sports persons have demanded stern punitive action against the course of athletics of Sport Authority of India Sai Takel Chauba for allegedly molesting 5 sports girls. There is no guarantee that the course will not commit such crimes in future again. Therefore, the authority must take up adequate action against Chauba. Parents of the victim sports girls condemned the behavior of the coach in the strongest term.
Maga kaino tawba saida lebi bo chena ba mi gai thabak ta gi lokthopiyona aina hajari
jaje mana sana ba ji pamjabani na ko sana ba jake jake hali saida mana lai khange saida lai ba matung da di ma ai saida gi am thongning hai kai gi be ma hai ma ai thongning dang hai ba ado kai dor ke kai noi ojana tang thorok ha ba matam da kano
Now the national and international news. At least 5 people have been killed and 5 others have been rescued following a landslide in Malin village in Ambegaon Taluka of Pune today. State administration sources said that 40 houses with 150 to 200 people are believed to be trapped under the debris. 7 teams of the National Disaster Response Force comprising of 42 personnel each have reached the landslide area. Inspector General of NDRF Sandeep Sai Rathore said the movement was slow as the road was muddy and it was raining. Rescue work is going in at 2-3 places. The issue of alleged budding at Union Minister Nitin Gadkari's residence rocked Parliament today, with Congress alleging that the methods used in Gujarat to keep tabs on ministers and MPs were being employed at the centre, a charge stoutly rejected by Home Minister Rajnath Singh. The matter was raised vociferously by Congress in both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. The upper house saw 4 adjournments, 2 each during questions hour and 0 hour. Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan has said she will take a decision on the issue of leader of opposition within the next 4 days after going through the rules and Attorney General's letter on the matter. Mahajan said the Speaker did not enjoy any personal discretion while choosing a member as LOP and was only meant to follow rules and precedents to arrive at a decision. Pointing out instances when there had been no LOPs, she said many a times there was no leader of opposition. First LOP was only in 1969, as before that no one had 1/10 seats in Lok Sabha. There was no LOP in 1980 and also in 1984. Now also the numbers are not adequate for LOP, so have to see, she said. A 7-year-old girl has allegedly been raped in Bangalore, a city that is still coping with the aftermath of a 6-year-old's raped in an elite school. The child was reportedly coming back from the school with her ayah or nanny, while her mother, a construction worker, was away. The nanny, meanwhile, left the girl at her home for some time to finish some works. It was during this time that the nanny's son allegedly raped her. He has been arrested. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry, heading a high-powered delegation on Wednesday, left for India to co-chair the 5th annual India-U.S. Strategic Dialogue with External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj in New Delhi during his 3-day official visit. State Department spokesperson Jane Saki, who is accompanying Kerry on his trip, said the top U.S. diplomat would also meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It is the first cabinet level between the Obama administration and the new Indian government led by Modi. At least 32 more people were killed early today in Gaza in Israeli bombardment, a day after over 100 Palestinians died in one of the bloodiest days in the 3-week conflict, as deadly fighting raged unabated between Israel and Hamas, and the death toll reached 1,262. Israeli military shelled a UN school in Gaza, killing 20 people early today as Palestinian factions head to Cairo to discuss a temporary humanitarian ceasefire. Well, that's all we have for now. But before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top stories once more. Chief Minister Oibobi inaugurates 3 bridges in 2 Valley district. Thanks for watching our news, and for more updates, please stay tuned.